Shabbat Shalom, family.
I wanna see my black boys fly, but all my black boys die.
Let y'all check this out for a second.
They don't ask black boys why, so can my black boys fly? Why my black boys die? Picture a little boy crying, picture him half your age. Picture that little boy dying, picture him trapped in a cage. Just like everyone around him, they just out here to get him. And if he called the police, he figure they probably just kill him. If a black boy is killed and there is no one around, then was that black boy even killed? Did that black boy make a sound? And if the black boys don't matter, then why the black boys the rappers? If the black can't compete, then why the black the athletes? They think the black is too wild, that's why the black go police. But when the black back is down, we still get shot for no reason. See, black is Trayvon Martin, black is Martin Luther King. See, black is Frank Jr., black is you and me. See, black is Michael Brown, they gunning black boys down. But when the black boys unite, the black boys still run the town. I'm tired of hearing that sound, tired of hearing black boys drown. Drunk from the wave of the officer and the current laws now. So can we fly?
Can we fly, y'all?
But do the black boys gotta die?
Do the black boys gotta die? Yeah, that was Hiram Jr., man. I feel that. If y'all heard that, I feel that, man. We want to jump right into it, though. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that song, man. That was Hiram Jr. And I'm just hitting you over the head with it. Hey, I want to get into Isaiah 29. Isaiah chapter 29. We're just going to do a short read of the Torah. Let's go to Isaiah 29, man. I was just reading through some things, and I felt it was one more again imperative just to hit you over the head with some indigenous truth, man, with that ruach. So if we can just go to Isaiah 29. I think I'm gonna be reading from the NLT. Y'all can go ahead and I'm gonna also have I will also have the sword up in case anybody want to get hit over the head with the sword. And remember, we ain't trying to cut them. But you know, we just gonna hit them over the head with it. So let's go to Isaiah 29. That's the siege of Jerusalem. Okay. That's the siege of Jerusalem. Okay. The siege of Jerusalem. Okay. And remember, Jerusalem is where the people are. Alright, Ahchwa said it best. Jerusalem is where the people are. So that's all the Israelites, all of Judah, right? Alright. Alright, so the siege of the Naga. Alright, siege of the Naga. We know what siege mean, right? We know what to siege mean, right? Alright, so the siege of the Naga. Alright, woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Alright, the same Ariel, a symbolic name for Jerusalem. Okay, where David, alright, David, the youngest son of Jesse. Alright, the youngest son of Jesse. Alright, so David would be the son of Nun. Alright, David, the youngest son of Jesse. Alright, David, the youngest son of Jesse. Alright, so add ye year, where David dwelt, add ye year to year, let them kill sacrifices. Alright, so it's basically saying year after year you celebrate your feast. Okay, yet I will bring that disaster upon you. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there will be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be upon me as Ariel. Okay, alright, so it will be much weeping and sorrow, for Jerusalem will become what her name Ariel means, an altar covered in blood. Okay, Ahchwa will be our enemy. Ahchwa will be your enemy, surrounding Jerusalem and attacking its walls. I will build siege towers and destroy it. Okay. And I will camp against thee round about. Okay. And will lay siege against thee with a mount. And I will raise forts against thee. I shall be brought down, and thou shalt be brought down. Shall speak out of the ground, and thy speech. Okay. Hold up, let's back up. Okay, and thou shall be brought down. Alright. Alright. So he would raise forts. Okay, forts. Methura. Forts against us. Rampart. Alright. Stronghold. Alright. He will raise forts against us. That's Isaiah 29:3. Alright. I will be your enemy, surrounding Jerusalem and attacking its walls. I will build siege towers. Attacking its walls, siege towers, and destroy it. Okay. Then, okay, after that, then, alright, this is what we want to focus on. Alright, because that's already happened. Alright, so then, deep from the earth, you will speak. From low in the dust, your words will come. Alright, from low in the dust. What does that mean? From low in the dust. Huh? What does that mean? Does that mean your ancestors? Alright, does that mean your ancestors? From low in the dust. It says, and thou shall be brought down. Okay, shall speak out of the ground, and thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and thy voice shall be as one of that hath a familiar spirit. Okay, spirit, ruach. Alright, ruach. Alright, a father's name. Okay, through the prattling, a father's name. Alright, a father's name, hollow. Alright, out of the ground, and thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. Alright, thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. But suddenly, alright, okay, then deep from the earth you will speak. From low in the dust your words will come. Your voice will whisper from the ground like a ghost conjured up from the grave. But suddenly your ruthless enemies will be crushed like a ghost conjuring up from the grave. Okay? From the ghost conjuring up from the grave. How many died in your name? How many died in Ahchwa's name? How many died? Was it 400 million? Was it 80 million? How many died in Ahchwa's name? Okay? And thy speech shall whisper from the dust, out of the dust. Okay? Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust. Okay, so what happens to your enemies? What happens to your enemies, Jerusalem? Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as calf that passeth away. Yeah, it shall be at an instant, suddenly. Okay, what they do, passeth away. Who passes away? Who passes away? Multiple strangers, of those that I did not know, right? Strangers. What is strangers? Of those that Ahchwa did not know, right? Right? Okay. So, but suddenly your ruthless enemies will be crushed like the finest of dust. Your many attackers will be driven away like calf or shaft or whatever before the wind. Okay? Before the wind. Okay, Hebrews 4:6-7-1. Motes, pressed out. Okay, thrust loosed. All right. It shall be at an instant, suddenly. Okay, Thou shalt be visited. Thou shalt be visited of Ahchwa, of hosts, the Lord of hosts, with thunder, and with the earthquake, and great noise, with storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring flame. Okay? Of devouring flame. What does that mean? Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, all right, and with the earthquake, and great noise, with storm, okay, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. Okay, the flame of devouring fire. All right, dracons on the wall stand all the way up, way up, way up. All right, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. So you know, I, Ahchwa, Lord of Heaven's armies. All right, Lord of Heaven's armies will act for you. The Lord of Heaven armies will act for you. Who is it? Who is for you? Who is for you? This is Yaharusalam. Who is Yaharusalam? Come on, man. Who is Yaharusalam? Huh? Alright? I, the Lord of Heaven's armies, will act for you with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with whirlwind and storm and consuming fire. Consuming fire. All the nations fighting against Yaharusalam will vanish like a dream. Will vanish like a dream. Who is all the nations that fight against Yaharusalam? Alright, go to Psalms 83. Go to Psalms 83. Who is all the nations that fought against Yaharusalam? Alright, we're at Isaiah. You want to go to Psalms to see? Or you already know, right? You already know Psalms 83. So why? Why you want to go to Psalms 83? You already know. We already know Psalms 83. But some maybe don't. This may be somebody's first time, right? This might be somebody's first time, okay? Oh God, do not keep silence. This is a song or a psalm of Asaph, keeping out thou silence. O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Ahchwa. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee have lifted up. They hate a tumult, and they that hate have lifted up the head of the hate. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Okay, they have said, come. That means they have consulted against the prophets. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Okay, that the name of Israel, that is Yaharusalam, Israel, Yaharusalam, where the people are, Israel, scattered abroad, may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They have a confederation against thee, the tabernacles of Edom. The tabernacles of Edom and Ishmael and Moab. Alright, the tabernacles of Edom, Ishmael and Moab and Hagarines. Alright, Jabal and Ammon and Amalek and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. That's in where? Assyria, not Africa, Assyria. In Tyre, in Assyria, in the Middle East. Alright. Assur. Am I right about that? Assur. Ishmael. Tyre, Ishmael, Assur. Assur also has joined. Assur also Asherites, the Asherites, the Ashtar, Ishtar, Ashur. Okay, apparently descendants of Asher, second son of Shem. Second son of Shem. This is the second son of Shem. Remember Lot. Remember Lot. Okay, Lot was who? Abraham's brother's son. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hoping the children of Lot. Okay, Zorro, the arm, out. Okay, the arm, forced arm. Okay, also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Okay, who is assured? This is Lot. This is the seed of Abraham's brother. Alright? So, what is that saying? Go to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah 29. So everybody formed confederations against you, even the seeds of your brothers. Even the seeds of your brothers. Alright? Hold up. Alright, so I'll show you real quick. Go over to Genesis real quick. Let's just go to Genesis real quick so we can just get the right perspective of what's going on. So go over to Genesis. Let's go over to Genesis 12 and 4. Genesis 12 and 4. Okay, this is a call of Abraham. Genesis 12 and 4. Let's just read it. Now the Lord has said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto the land that I will show you. Okay, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. All right, Baruch. And I will bless them that bless thee, a curse. Okay, and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth shall be blessed. Okay, so Abraham, this is 4. So Abraham departed. All right, Abraham departed as the Lord has spoken unto him, and Lot. Okay, and Lot. All right, Lot, H3875. Lot, Abraham's nephew, and Lot went with him, and Abraham was 75 years old. So he took Lot with him. All right, when he departed out of Haran. Okay, when he departed out of Haran. All right. So now this is his brother's Haran's child. All right, this is his brother's Haran's child. All right, or Hagar. What's the name? Let's go. Yeah, this is his brother Hagar's child. So let's go to. So did we finish all of that we wanted to read? Okay. Okay, so they went to the land of Canaan. Okay, and remember that Abraham built an altar. Okay, he took his household and headed to the land of Canaan. They arrived in Canaan. Abraham traveled through the land far as Shechem. Okay, in Shechem. All right, there he set up beside an oak of Moreh. And at that time, the area was inhabited by Canaanites. So he set up an altar, an oak of Moreh. All right, and sacrificed to Ahchwa. All right. Alright. Abraham built an altar there and dedicated it to Ahchwa, who had appeared to him. After that, Abraham traveled south to set up camp in the hill country of Bethel. Alright. And he built an altar there. Okay, so let's go over Genesis 21 and 8. Genesis 21 and 8, because it's showing you who is Ishmael. Okay, who is Ishmael? Now this is Lot's father. Okay, so now 21 and yeah, let me change. I'm changing. Let me turn to the NLT real quick because you got two different ways of expressing. All right, 21 and 8 to 11. We're gonna read 21, 8 to 11. This is Hagar and Ishmael are sent away. 21, 8 and 11. Okay, God protects Hagar and Ishmael. Okay, so he's still, because these were the descendants of Abraham. Okay, just check it out. And the child grew. Okay, the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. Okay, so this is when Isaac was born. Okay, this is when, I mixed that up. Okay, 21 and 8 is showing how his son Hagar, okay, how his son Hagar was not one of his descendants that would not receive the inheritance. Okay, all right, so Isaac and Hagar, and it's showing you just the descendants that are that would not. This is Ishmael. Okay, and Ashur would be a descendant of Shem. Okay, which was a descendant of Lot, a lineage of Lot. Okay, so that's why I'm just basically telling you that all the descendants were not in the inheritance of Jacob. Okay, so, or Abraham. So Isaac was being weaned. Okay, so he was being his ceremony. Okay, and Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian. Okay, Hagar was the Egyptian woman, his a slave. Okay, which she had born unto Abraham. Oh yeah. Okay, the slave Hagar was the slave who had born his son to him. Okay, so that's why she wasn't, nor the seeds were in this inheritance. Okay, nor the seeds were in this inheritance. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall be not be here with my son Isaac. Okay, and the thing was very grievous but in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grieve you in the sight because of the lad and because of thy bondwoman. Okay, and all that Sarah had said unto thee. Okay, hearken unto the voice, for it is Isaac, for it is in Isaac that shall thy seed be called. Alright, and also of the son of the bondwoman I will make a great nation of thee, because it is thy seed. So that would be Ishmael. Okay, so Ishmael and Lot. Alright, and Lot. And Lot. Okay, Lot was basically uncle, his grandson, or because in 31 in Genesis 11 and 31 it says, one day Terah took his son Abraham, all right, his daughter-in-law Sarah, okay, his son Abraham's wife, and his grandson Lot. Okay, so as you go down, you understand this is his grandson Lot, his son Haran's child. Okay, so this is Terah's son, who is Abraham's brother, child. All right, so you get it now. Abraham was in the inheritance, Haran was not. Okay, all right, so this is Abraham. All right, Terah is his father, is Abraham's father, and this was Lot was his grandson. So that was Haran's child. Okay, and he moved away to Ur of the Chaldeans. Okay, he was headed to the land of Canaan, but stopped by Haran and settled there. All right, so now that we got Psalms 83 out of the way, okay, now that we got Psalms 83 out of the way, let's get back to where we were. Where were we? We were in the book of Isaiah. Go back to the book of Isaiah. Okay, so now you can see these are actual kinfolk. These are actual kinfolk, man. Ashur is a descendant of Shem. Okay, now you seen. Oh, let's show you that real quick if we can. Go. We gonna stay in Genesis. Go to 10. Genesis 10. Genesis 10. All right, Genesis 10. Let's go down to the descendants of Shem. Let's go to 10 and 21. 10 and 21. Shabbat Shalom, family. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbatah. Let's stay way up. All right, what we say? We said 10 and what? Oh shoot. We said 10 and 21. 10 and 21. All right, so this is unto Shem. All right, 10 and 21. Unto Shem. All right. Okay, sons were also born of Shem, the oldest brother, the older brother of Japheth. Okay, sons were also born of Shem, the older brother of Japheth. Shem was the ancestors of all the descendants of Eber. Okay, Shem was the ancestors of this. I mean, the descendants of all was the ancestors of all the descendants of Eber. Okay, the descendants of Shem were Elam, Ashur, okay, Ashur, Aphaxet, Lud, and Aram. Okay, the children of Shem was Elam, Ashur, right here. Ashur, the second son of Shem. All right, also his descendants and the country occupied by them. Assyria, all right, its region and its empire. All right. And Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. All right, the children of Aram, Uz, you know, so you get that. So Ashur, when it breaks down, would be that seed of Lot. Okay, would be that seed of Lot. Okay, and so Abraham's seed would be the seed of Eber. Okay, so when it goes down to 25. Okay, unto Eber were born two sons by the name of Peleg, all right, and Joktan. All right, Peleg and Joktan. All right, Peleg is for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan beget, you know, some seeds, a bunch of seeds, man, a bunch of seeds. Okay, Ophir being one of them. Okay. All right. And these seeds, right? When we go over to, hold up one second. One second, because I got to show you in black and white. Hold on one second. Okay, because then you go over to Jasher. Go over to the book of Jasher, okay? Okay. Haran, Abraham older brother bore Lot. Okay. Let me see. Okay, when you go over to the book of Yashir, you see that Abraham's father, Terah, was the first to worship the God of wood and stone. Okay, Abraham's father was the first to worship the God of wood and stone. But, okay, so when you get down to Peleg, okay, Peleg's sons, Yin and Serug, okay, all right. Nahar's sons, okay, would be Terah. Nahar's sons would be Terah. So you had Serug's sons be Nahar. Serug had a son named Nahar. Then Nahar had a son, Terah. Okay, Terah's sons, Haran, and Nahar. Yoktan's son would be Okay. And terror of Shem from Eber, from Peleg to Nahar. Okay. And would be the prince of Nimrod's host. Okay. So Shem would be the prince of Nimrod's host. Alright. And so that's where Abraham's father was when he was worshiping the idols. He was a prince, priest of Nimrod's host. But I was trying to get to you where it just shows how okay, so yeah, so Peleg having the son, Nahar's sons, Terah being one of them. We know Terah is Abraham's father. Okay, so that's why you are the descendant of Shem. Okay, and it breaks down with that. But yet you see all of Shem. Ashur, which is one of Shem, a descendant of Shem, formed a confederacy, joined a confederacy against you. Okay, so all right, man, we just had to break that down. All right, so let's get back over to where we left off. We left off in Isaiah because I just want to finish that. Excuse me, man, nose a little running. Isaiah. Alright, let me get over here. Let's get back into Isaiah, man. Let's get back into Isaiah 29, okay? 29. Isaiah 29. Okay, 29. Alright, Isaiah 29 and 4. We want to finish where we left off right there. So it says, in 29 and 4, basically, alright? Okay. So after Ahchwa will build siege towers and destroy it, right? Surrounding your Jerusalem walls and attacking it. Okay? So after that, we will cry to him. Then deep from the earth you will speak. From low in the dust your words will come. Your voice will whisper from the ground like a ghost from conquered up from the grave. Okay? A ghost from conquered in the grave, Judah. A ghost from conquered in the grave, Judah. Alright? But suddenly, your ruthless enemies will be crushed. Alright? Your ruthless enemies will be crushed. Okay? Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers, which are your enemies, shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be a shaft, and be passed away. Yeah, it shall be at an instant suddenly that your enemies will pass away. Okay, because all of you will do what? All of you. Then deep from the earth you will speak. From low in the dust from your words. From your words will come your voice. Your voice will whisper from the ground like a ghost conjured up from the grave. Who did they kill? Judah. Who did they kill? Judah. Huh? Who did they kill? Judah. Judah, did you get killed, Judah? How many? 400 million? And the Hamashiach? Was it 400 million and the Hamashiach? Or was it 80 million and the Hamashiach? Or was it 400,000 and the Hamashiach? Or was it 400,000 and a couple Hamashiachs? What was it? Huh? What was it? Remember, it was 3 deaths on that day. It was 3 deaths. We carried the bones of Joseph. Remember that. With us, right? Ah, man. With our law of Moshe. Alright, so. But then suddenly, in 5, what does it say? But suddenly your ruthless enemies will be crushed like the finest of dust. Your many attackers will be driven away like chaff before the wind suddenly in an instant. I, Ahchwa of the heavens of armies, will act for you. With thunder and earthquake and great noise, with whirlwind and storm and consuming fire. Okay? Consuming fire. So now it says, What will happen after that? And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel. Remember, Ariel is in when? Is where? That's where David dwelt. Where? In Yaharusalem, right? That's Yaharusalem. That's where David dwelt. Even all that fight against her and her munition. Alright, munition, like premonition, madsort, a net for capturing animals or fishes. Okay, also a fatness or besieging tower. Okay, alright, and her munition, and that distress her shall be as a dream of a night vision. Okay, should be a dream of a night vision. All the nations fighting against Yaharusalem. Let me break it down for you. All the nations fighting against Yaharusalem will vanish like a dream. Those who are attacking her walls will vanish like a vision in the night. A hungry person dreams or of eating, but wakes up still hungry. A thirsty person dreams of drinking, but still faint from thirst when morning. Okay? So it will be your enemies. It will be your enemies with those who attack Mount Zion. Okay? So it will be your enemies with those whoever attack Mount Zion. Okay? Whoever attacked Mount Zion, whoever helped them, that's who has to perish. Alright, so can those same people be saved? Can those same nations be saved? Come on, let's think about it. Alright, let's think about it. Let's think about it. So, alright, say if you were God, right? And your children, right, was kidnapped. Your children was kidnapped. They were sodomized. They cut some fingers off, some legs off. They even might have cut some of the tongue off, right? Sent you ransom notes and everything, right? This went for a long period of time. They kept your children. They didn't kill them. They killed half of them. So you had 4 children that were kidnapped. They killed 2, right? They killed 2 of them, then they kept the other 2. And they raised them and tried to reteach them their ways. You know? To get them to rethink. They wanted to rape their brain. They raped them though. But they wanted to also rape their brain from everything that they knew. Right? So then, years later, right? So now you find your children. You find them. Your children, matter of fact, they find you. They find you. They get a hold of you. And they tell you what happened to them. And they express that you need to come help them. They give you the location of where they at. What are you going to do? When you go save them? When you go save them, are you going to save the ones who did that? Years of torment and torture to them? Come on, man, let's think about this. If they begged you, would you save them? If they begged you, would you save them? Nah, you wouldn't, because why you wouldn't save them? Logically think why you wouldn't save them, because you know for years, for all those years while they were doing it, they appreciated every torment to your children and everything that they did. They accepted all the benefits, all the ransom money that you kept sending, that they kept making you send. They blew it. And they spent it. All the ransom money you sent for your children, they killed 2 of them. Now when you catch them, they're repenting to you. You'll let them live? Will God let them live? So whether you like it or not, he says he's not going to let them live. So, he said fire, the 4 elements, the towel will come upon your enemy. The 4 elements, the towel will come. Do you understand? Alright, so all the nations fighting against Yaharusalem, we're on 29:7. Fighting against Yaharusalem will vanish like a dream. Will vanish like a dream. Okay? Those who are attacking her walls will vanish like a vision in the night. a vision in the night. A hungry person dreams of eating, but wakes up still hungry. A thirsty person dreams of drinking, but still faints from thirst when morning comes. So it will be with your enemies, with those who attack Mount Zion. So it will be. It will be their hunger and their thirst, and they will die of it. Okay? So let's go to 9. Because 9 says, are you amazed and incredulous? Don't you believe it? Then go ahead and be blind. Okay? Let's go to 9. I want you to see that. Okay? I'm reading from the NLT, but it's all the same. Okay? Alright. 9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For Ahchwa hath poured out upon you the spirit, the ruach of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed. Which men deliver to one that is learned. Alright, which men deliver to one that is learned, but your book is sealed. You are blind, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near with their mouth and with their lips, do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. He's talking about you, Israel. And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. That's why, because you do not know your Father. Alright, so now let me read this, because that's the sword hitting niggas over the head. So let me read this in layman's terms from the NLT, okay? Take your time with me, family. Take your time. So it says, are you amazed and incredulous? Do you not believe? What he's telling you is, do you not believe what I told you, what will happen to y'all, all your enemies that Hiram just read to you in the precepts from 29, from the 1 all the way down, you know what I'm saying, to 9. Okay, he's saying you don't believe it? Then go ahead and be blind. Alright? All the things, what he say? He said, what did he say? He said, for Jerusalem will become what her name Ariel means, right? Alright? And what he meant by that, he says, he will be your enemy, surrounding Jerusalem and attacking its walls. That already happened, right? That already happened. I built siege towers and destroyed it. That already happened, right? So then he says, then deep from the earth you will speak, from low in the dust, where your words will come. Alright? Where your words will come. This is in the city of David. Your voice will whisper from the ground like a ghost conjured up from the grave. Okay? But suddenly your enemies, your ruthless enemies, will be crushed like the finest of dust. Your many attackers will be driven away like chaff before the wind. Suddenly, at an instant, I, Ahchwa, heaven of armies, will act for you. Alright? With earthquake. Alright? Whirlwind, storm, and consuming fire. Okay? So then it says, all the nations fighting against Jerusalem will vanish like a dream. Alright? So then he says, so are you amazed? Are you incredulous? Do you believe it? Then go ahead and be blind if you don't. Ahchwa calls you stupid, Israel, if you don't believe this. You are stupid, but not from wine. Not from wine. You stagger, but not from liquor. For Ahchwa has poured out on you a spirit of deep Sleep, of deep sleep, of deep sleep, of deep sleep. He has closed the eyes of your prophets. He has closed the eyes of your prophets and your visionaries. He has closed the eyes of your prophets and your visionaries. Okay? All the future events in this vision are like a sealed book to them. Okay? When you give it to those who can read, they will say. All right? They will say, we can't read it because it is sealed. When you give it to those who cannot read, they will say, we don't know how to read. And so the Lord says, Ahchwa says, these people say they are mine. They honor me with their lips, yappity yap, but their hearts are far from me. And their worship of me is nothing but man-made rules learned by rote. Man-made rules learned by rote. It's 14. Okay, it's 14. Because of this, I will once again astound these hypocrites with amazing wonders. Okay, the wisdom of the wise will pass away. The intelligence of the intelligent will disappear. What sorrow awaits for those who try and hide their plans from the Lord, from Ahchwa, who do their evil deeds in the dark. Ahchwa can see us. Ahchwa can't see us, they say. He doesn't know what's going on. How foolish can you be? He is the potter, and he is certainly greater than you. Alright, the clay. He is the potter and you are the clay. He molds you. You don't mold him. Alright? Should the created thing say to the one who made it, he didn't make me? Does the jar ever say the potter who made me is stupid? Let's go down to 17. Soon. Alright. Let's go down to 17. Y'all paying attention, right? Y'all go back and read this, but I think I was pretty thorough with it. Soon, and it will be not very long, the forest of Lebanon will become a fertile land, and the fertile field will yield bountiful crops. In that day the deaf will hear words read from a book, and the blind will see through the gloom and darkness. The humble will be filled with the fresh joy from the Lord. Okay? From Ahchwa, the poor will rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. Everyone will seek to Israel, the Holy One. Everyone will seek to Israel. You understand that? The prophets of Ahchwa. The prophets of Ahchwa. Alright? The humble will be filled with fresh joy from Ahchwa. The poor will rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. Okay, the scoffer will be gone, the arrogant will disappear and those who plot evil will be killed. Those who plot evil will be killed, and it's already written. Those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear. That's 21. I'm reading it from the NLT, okay? Those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear. A similar fate awaits those who use trickery to pervert justice. Talking about you, a couple of you judges, couple of you, you know what I'm saying? A couple of you overseers. all of you that oppressed us and benefited from it. Your descendants. Those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear. A similar fate await those who use trickery to pervert justice. You know who you are. You know who you have been. And who tell lies to destroy the innocent. That is why Ahchwa, who redeemed Abraham, Abraham says to the people of Israel, my people will no longer be ashamed or turn pale with fear. My people will no longer be ashamed or turn pale with fear because I'm coming to save them. I'm coming to save them. That is the second coming. He coming to save his people, Israel. Do you understand that? The people of the covenant, the people of the grace. The people of the grace is the people of the covenant. You dig? Grace means covenant. Grace means law. Grace means Hamashiach. Truth means law. Good tidings mean law. Those are the things that's in your words are in your New Testament. And they call them Babel words, Babylonian words. So discern. For when they see their many children, and all the blessings I have given them, they will recognize the holiness of the Holy One of Israel. They will stand in awe of the Ahchwa of Jacob, of Jacob. Then the wayward will gain understanding, and complainers will accept instruction. The wayward, okay, and the complainers. He's talking about you, Israel, because you will be saved. So he's talking about you, Israel. So endure to the end. Endure to the end. So if we go over to John, all right, so if we go over John, we just read Isaiah 30. So if we go over John, those for you so-called, quote, quote, New Testament lovers, okay, that's Babylon also, New Testament, Old Testament. So if you go over to John, all right, where are we going? John what? Let's just go over there. Let me check in. Okay, we go over to John. Go over in the beginning. Go over to John chapter 1. You go over to John chapter 1. Okay. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Ahchwa, and the Word was Ahchwa. The same was in the beginning with Ahchwa. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and in the life was the life of men. And in that light, all right, so basically what he's saying, all right, when they asked him, then who are you? We need to answer for those who sent us. These were the priests who was sent to John, which is Yohanathan, who was sent to Yohanathan, all right, by the what do they call them, the heads of Jews, or what, you know, what do you call these people? What do you call these people if they are not What are you, I don't know. John replied in the words of the prophet Isaiah. Okay? In the words of the prophet Isaiah. Okay, when they asked, I am the voice shouting in the wilderness. Clear the way for the Lord's coming. Okay, so he shouted and these were then the Pharisees who had been sent asked him, okay, if you aren't the Messiah or Elijah or the prophet, what right do you have to baptize? Okay, then he said, I'm baptizing in water. When the Holy One comes, the army of Israel comes. Alright. So hopefully those things brought clarity to Israel. Hopefully those things brought clarity. And hopefully you seeing your Prester John, you seeing your priest king through your lineage, through your seed. That's vital. That's vital to who you worship. It's very vital. Somehow Israel thinks that God came to save everybody. Nah, man, he came to save you, his seed. And he came to punish everyone that punished you. So vibrate up. Vibrate up, man. Priest King, up. You are kingdom of Prester John. You are kingdom of Prester John. You are kingdom of priest kings, man. That's the only way we're going to stay way up and vibe out. Stay 9 above the firmament. That's the only way. You have to become priests and you have to teach your family. You have to teach. Israel have to teach. We have to teach, which is learn, right? Which is learn. Because our Father is our Rabbi. Our Father is our Rabboni. Our Father is. You understand? So remember, man, energy is vibration. Vibration is law. Law is 9 above the firmament. I love y'all, man. Peace up. Bless up. Baruch. Apala Ka Tawab to the family. To the Shabbatah. King, you doing a beautiful job, brother. El Hawakwam, you doing a beautiful job. Ty, doing a beautiful job. Everybody that's back in, Yosef, everybody Majig with your music, everybody that's back in, AD, oh man, with the knowledge, with the info hitting you over the head. Big Bruh back in with the recipes. Chef back in with the recipe. You dig, man? Everybody's doing good. Oh man, Isaac keeping you way above. Way above. Tuning up. It's a beautiful thing, man. We way up, man. We way up. I see my brother Uno today. We had some good herbal tea today. We had those essentials. You know, the lime, the turmeric, the ginger, the cayenne pepper, the cinnamon, the mint oil. We had blueberries in it, blackberries, strawberries in the tea, man. Oh, it was beautiful, man. We had one. We had a powwow. Me and that brother Uno. It was beautiful. You got family, man. You need to see or hear or know something. Reach out to your fam. Reach out to your Shabbatah. You got good Shabbatah. Good people being raised up as priests and priestesses. Alright, so Ahab, man. Ahab on everything. And Ahab on everything I said. Alright, I love y'all, man. Y'all stay all the way up. All the way up. And remember. Shabbat, Shalom. Keep the Shabbat. Keep the Shabbat. 7 letter. The 7 letter in the paleo. Keep your Shabbat. That's Zion. That's in Zion. We just talked about that. Those who oppress Zion has to pay. And they're going to pay with what? With the 22nd letter. The 22nd letter is how your people come together. Through the sign, through the tile. It's how your people come together. Through the seed, none. The priest line of David. That's all your seeds of Israel. HaMashiach. Woo! I love y'all. I love y'all. Isaiah 29. And y'all check that song out. Y'all check that song out. Y'all check that song out too. It's on SoundCloud too. That's Hiram Jr. They call him back in that time. Artist is Suave G. So y'all check that out, man. It's a beautiful thing. Hitting you over here with that real ruach. Unconsciously and subconsciously. It's never subliminal. Alright? It's right up in your face. Boom. Like my brother El Quan said. Alright, man. So y'all stay way up, man. I see y'all in a minute. Top of the soul. And all the way in. Within.